Welcome back to another episode of Unleashed Alchemy. Okay, Tamara Tamu here. Thank you so much for being here. I see you new subscribers coming through. Thank you so much for being here. We only need a few, okay? We only need a few people who are ready to go against the grain to first change our own lives, to live a spirit filled, a spirit led, a soul aligned life, which ultimately is going to change the world for the better. Okay, so I am so glad that you're here. We are now at, there's 90 of us here, right? Include that, I think there's 89 subscribers now, plus myself, there's 90 of us here. That's enough. All right, that's enough. There's 90 of us who know that we are the salt of the earth. There's 90 of us who understand and we are remembering who we are that goes beyond this body. We are remembering who we are that transcends time. We are remembering who we are and we are exuding essence. We are exuding power. We're ready to walk in our spiritual gifts, okay, so that we can heal ourselves first, heal our lives, and heal the world. Okay, so thank you for being here. I'm so excited. So before we get into today's episode, I want to remind you about Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School. The Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School, the reason why I call it that is because it is, if you can think of it as a library of spiritual resources to where we go in depth. I go in depth. There's over 200 videos on this channel, but the workshops and the material that is in the mystery school, we dive deep. Okay, it goes beyond the topics that I talk about here. All right, and so there are workshops in there that help you uncover your spiritual gifts. There are conversations and workshops in there that where we talk about embodying who you are, embodying the vision that you have for yourself, walking in your I am power, regardless of external circumstances. All right. There is a community. We go live once a month where it is Q&A, but we also go even more in depth about the workshops and the meditations and the downloads and the readings that I share with all the fellow magicians, all right, that are in the Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School portal. It is available for you to enroll by the month if you choose. That way, I set it up that way so that you can take your time. There's no rush in this, right? There's no rush in our spirituality because spirituality is a part of our lives. Spirituality is practical. I'm about to go on a rant here. I hear people, this is not what this video is about, but I hear people often say, especially if there is, I've listened to podcasts where you have the podcast host and you have their guest on, that the guest is very spiritual, and I'll hear the podcast guest or interviewer say, the host say, well, can you bring spirituality down on a practical level? That makes me cringe. I cringe when I hear that because spirituality is practical. It's almost like saying, well, it's almost like there's a separation. People still think that there's a separation between this life and spirituality, between being human and spirituality. It all goes together. So I said all of that to say that is one of the backdrops of the Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School is we are calling the unseen into the seen. There's nothing more practical than that. All right. So invest in your spirituality. Take a look at the Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School. Also, if you are looking for more one-on-one assistance, guidance, all right, I do still take one-on-one appointments. All right. In the one-on-one sessions, we uncover where you are at energetically. All right. Because I believe that we are energetic beings. All right. So in order to talk about our spirituality, we have to see and know and understand where we are energetically, where we have been energetically, and where we could be going energetically. So it is an energetic reading that I do with you. So the link for that, there's one link, all right? That one link is going to take you to the Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School. That one link is going to take you to schedule an appointment with me. All right. What are we talking about today? Before I say that, after all that talking, now I need water. We're talking about confidence and spirituality, and why you need confidence as a spiritual being, why you need confidence as an alchemist, why you need confidence as a magician. All right, so let's talk about it. So when we talk about, let's just take out spirituality and we're just talking about confidence. There is a programmed view of confidence. What is that programmed view? So many times to talk about confidence, it's oftentimes coupled with arrogance. All right. That is because when we hear conversations about confidence, it's often coming from a place of the ego, right? Oftentimes when we talk about confidence, that programmed view is coming from a place of, first of all, having confidence is not even encouraged, because if you grew up a certain way, to see a confident person, not only was it equated to, oh, this person is arrogant, but it was also equated to, this person is selfish. All right. So we have all these different views about the word confidence and what a confident person is, who a confident person is, what a confident person looks like. All right. What does this have to do with spirituality? Stay with me. So if you've been here, you know I love definitions. I love words. So I looked up the definition of confident. All right. So let me give you the dictionary.com definition. So confident means full trust. Now this next one is my favorite. Belief in powers. Reliability of a person or a thing. All right. I like the belief in powers. Okay. So now let's go back to the programmed view. Now we know all of our programming, it comes from the very beginning when we first got here, from childhood on, right? Now, many of us, we hit adulthood with no confidence. Now, once again, before we get into the meat of this, I'm talking about the program view of confidence where it's coming from a place of ego. All right. We grew up not having confidence. So many adults to this day in this moment do not have any confidence. They don't have any trust in themselves. They don't have belief in themselves. They don't have belief in their capability. Even there are many adults who know that they have even certain skill and certain talent. They don't even have confidence in that talent. All right. Many people, the reason why is many people do not know who they are. Because who they are is convoluted. It's so convoluted because it's convoluted with ideas and identities that were given to you. It's convoluted with identities about who you were to be, and those identities were handed to you. So that's why if we talk about confidence on a surface level, that's why so many adults do not have confidence in themselves, because all of these convoluted identities, they can't find the one that is really them. Because again, it's convoluted with identities that were handed to them, right? So, again, we're talking about confidence on the surface level. We're talking about confidence right now as it pertains to the ego and the program view of confidence, all right? And I'm emphasizing that on purpose. So, when we hear, inspirational talks, motivational speakers that say, oh, you got to have confidence in yourself. You have to be inspired by yourself. You have to have so much confidence and belief in yourself. The reason why, you can even, all these adults, we've seen the inspirational speeches and how the crowds are full of people and everyone clapping and yelling and doing whatever else just in that moment, just in that space. And then when they leave, 2 days later, 3 days later, 4 days later, a week later, 2 weeks later, that high is gone. That inspiration of having confidence in yourself, it did not stick. The reason why it did not stick is because, going back to what I just said, people don't know who they are because all of those convoluted identities that they're trying to filter through, they can't even find who they are because they were handed, this is who you should be, this is who you need to be, everyone else in our family did this, so this is what you have to do. This is how you have to show up in the world. This is how you have to talk in the world. This is how you have to walk in the world. This is how you have to be in the world. This is how you have to dress in the world. All right, here's your identity. Good luck. Another reason why, and I'm actually going to do a separate video on this, but another aspect to that is embodiment. That is a foreign concept, just like having confidence in yourself is a foreign concept for so many adults. Embodiment is another foreign concept because embodiment takes confidence in yourself. But how can you have confidence in something that you don't know? So let's break this down. Now let's tie this in with spirituality. So, when we talk about confidence and we relate that, we integrate that into your spiritual practice, we are talking about confidence not in the ego, but in the self that goes beyond this body. If you have a mirror next to you, go look in the mirror. We are not talking about the confidence that you see on the surface. We are talking about the confidence in you that transcends all. We are talking about that self, the confidence in that self that goes beyond ego, that goes beyond time, that transcends external circumstances, that transcends any external environment. We are talking about the confidence in the knowing that you are always guided beyond what your physical senses show you. All right? We're talking about having confidence in that knowing that what you carry is a power source that knows all, sees all, and is all. That is where your confidence needs to lie. Also, we're talking about having confidence in that knowing that that power source is not separate from you, and you are not separate from it. You speak to that power source. You ignite the connection through meditation and the power of your words. We're talking about having confidence in that. So, why is confidence necessary to spirituality? Because that confidence in that source, that means you are embracing the unseen. It takes confidence to embrace the unseen. Because when you are embracing the unseen, you are going against the grain. You are going against the grain. You're running the risk of people calling you crazy, delusional. Well, side note here, to not have confidence in yourself, that is delusional. All right, so let's come back. Why is confidence necessary to spirituality? You embrace the unseen, you're going against the grain. It takes confidence to do that. Why is confidence necessary to spirituality? Because when you've decided spirituality is the backbone of my life, that means that your intuition is suddenly ignited. It's like flipping on a light switch. To follow intuition is going against the grain. That takes confidence. To talk about invoking your elevated ancestors so that you can ignite the spiritual gifts that your ancestors used and functioned in every single day. It was normal. That takes confidence. To talk about having an unseen spirit squad that is guiding you every single day and carrying you every single day, that takes confidence. To embrace the power of your spiritual gifts takes confidence. To step into your calling, to step into your spiritual calling, that takes confidence. Why? Because that is going to take you out of what you're used to, and it's going to place you in foreign places, quite literally in foreign places, where you will be put in settings that are foreign to your ego, not to your soul, but to your ego. You have to have confidence that you are being guided. You have to have confidence in your spiritual calling. You have to have confidence to speak in a certain way where you may have to ask yourself, well, how did I know that information? This goes back to intuition, actually. Where you have to have confidence in a message that you're receiving, where you know that there's no possible way that your ego could have known that, but you know that it is a download, that something is being downloaded into your soul. It is a message, whether it's for you or for somebody else. You have to have confidence to function in that. That is a gift. You have to have confidence in allowing that gift to be expressed. I'm going to say this one more time. All of that list that I just gave, that was just 7. We could have 700 more, okay? But all of that takes confidence in your connection to spirit. It takes confidence in your connection to your goddess self, your God self, that goddess power, your God power, infinite intelligence, whatever you want to call it. Let's not get caught up in labels. All right? But that power source that you are one with, it takes confidence in that. So, as we all of us, including myself, as we step into a new existence, we're placing our confidence in a higher essence that is in our DNA, that carries mysteries that are being unleashed to lead us to a soul-fulfilled life. Okay? Remember, you are placing confidence in that power, and that goes beyond your ego. So yes, we have the ego here. We don't want to get rid of the ego, because the ego is designed to serve our soul-fulfilled life, to serve our soul's calling, to serve our soul mission. We're placing confidence in that essence that is going to start to exude from you more and more and more and more. So get your confidence, all right? That confidence in that higher essence, that higher consciousness, all right, that is a part of you. We need that. So again, I want to say this one more time. How do you ignite that confidence? How do you keep it ignited, activated? You speak to the power source. It's very simple. Speak to the power source. You ignite the connection through meditation and the power of your words. All right. So let me know your thoughts about this episode. Let me know if you have any questions. Don't forget to check out the Unleashed Alchemy Mystery School. If you want to work with me one-on-one, the link to get to the school and or to work with me one-on-one is in one link in the description box of this video. All right. Thank you so much for being here. And until next time, cheers.